What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Vigilante, mogul, philanthropist, humanitarian, and I want to thank you for joining me for another episode of Wifeable Podcast. Sadly, my guy DJ MoneyNow is out. He is at the Braves game, living it up. But I do have a special guest for you. You do not want to miss this one. Right back after this commercial break. All right, welcome back for another episode of Wifeable Podcast. I know y'all dying to see who my special guest is, but before I introduce her, I want to let you know the reason that we created Wifeable Podcast. Wifeable Podcast is a platform that we created to invite the most beautiful women here in Atlanta to have a conversation with us so that the men can see what is actually in the dating market for them. So without further ado, I'm going to allow this queen to introduce herself.
I go by Lola Kash, the Atlanta Hood tour guide, or just better yet, Lola. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I'm 32 years old. I have my own business. I do content creating. And if y'all haven't seen me, I've probably seen me TikTok, Instagram. I do a lot of videos about where to go, where not to go in Atlanta. And I just basically became an Atlanta brand.
Yeah, you out here going dumb viral. I ain't even gonna lie. They definitely seeing you somewhere if they know anything about Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm definitely proud of you too.
Thank you.
You're making some great moves out here.
I appreciate that.
So without further ado, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, SipSwigg. And you are definitely about to get a live reaction to how SipSwigg tastes. So without further ado, Ms. Lola, join me on this SipSwigg journey.
Let's see.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is that this packaging is so hard.
Yeah, I can't get mine open.
You know what we going to do? On the next commercial break, we're going to get a live reaction for SipSwigg. All right, we're going to go ahead and dive into this conversation, but shout out to SipSwigg, though, for the sponsorship. Okay, so my first question to you, Miss Lola, is what is the dating market like for you right now?
It's terrible. It's like at a below average. I don't even know how to explain it. It's terrible.
1 through 10, how bad we talking?
0.
At 0?
0.
0?
0.
Okay, what's the problem?
I think my problem is that I'm a little stuck on old school method way of thinking, and this new generation of men is just total opposite than the way I think.
Okay, and how do you think?
Well, I was the first grandchild, so of course I grew up around nothing but adults. So I pretty much have like old school way of thinking about how a woman is supposed to play her role and how a man is supposed to play her role.
Traditional roles.
Role. And like, it seems like the genders are reversed in these days in society. Like, men want you to cater to them, pursue them. And it's just like, I don't know, like I have a problem with that. So it's just, I don't know, dating in Atlanta. I'm gonna just speak on Atlanta.
Strictly just here?
Yeah, just here.
Okay. Are we talking east side, north side, the whole thing?
The whole
Atlanta?
Georgia.
So now not even Atlanta, just the whole
just
Georgia. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the men wanting to be pursued. So what example do you have of that?
Like, men are asking you, when you gonna take me on a date? Men want you to buy them flowers. And I'm just sitting here like, last time I checked, like, it's no problem pursuing a man, but let me do that at my disposal.
Okay.
Like, don't tell me how I'm supposed to pursue a man or how I'm supposed to deal with the man in their perspective.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So it's kind of like the forcive, templated way that they would like for it to be done now. It's kind of off-putting to you.
Basically.
So you don't meet nobody that kind of just comes in with a clean slate that's like, you know, even if they want that to happen, they don't even put them parameters on the table.
It's been a long time.
Since, like, nobody. Is that bad out here?
It's bad. I know you've heard that it's bad out here.
I mean, I don't know. I live in a bubble. You know, how do I say this? There's no humble way to say it. But as a high value man, we kind of create our own universe. We kind of control time. We control the weekdays. We control what we do during the weekdays. The more money you get, the more that you're able to facilitate the people that are around you and not around you. Okay. So all of the people that are around me are similar to the way that I act. So then the only way that I know that these people exist is when I ask you or when I ask other people that come on the show whether they exist or not.
Right.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you find yourself running into a lot of high value men or not?
I do, actually.
Okay, and they have those same parameters of the flowers and stuff?
No, but a lot of high value men that I typically tend to run into are socially awkward.
Really?
Yes.
Give me an example. You can tell a story if you want to. Story time with Lola.
Okay, so basically I was dealing with a high value man. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's very, very successful. But when it came to us dating, it was very socially awkward. Like I would go online and see you kicking it with your homeboys all day. Y'all going on trips, dates, y'all doing all of this. But when it comes to me, you're not making an initiative to set up a date, say, hey, can we spend time? It's basically like, what you doing? Come over to the house and chill. I got the same stuff you got at your house. I can chill at home.
Okay.
Which I don't have a problem with that, but I have a problem when I see you making time outside of me doing extracurricular activities with people, but you want to settle for the basics when it comes to me. Yeah.
What explanation would he give you about the other people that he was kicking it with?
Oh, it's business or it's this, and I get it. Don't get me wrong, because I'm a businesswoman myself. I understand. Like there's times you have to go out to events, you have to network and all of that. But life is always about a balance. So you have to learn how to balance. Whether you're going on a business lunch with your whoever it is, you got to learn like, okay, let me set time for my lady too. Yeah. Take her somewhere.
Well, maybe that was the discrepancy right there, is that he didn't see that you were his lady. Maybe he felt like that you were an option amongst other ladies that he had, and the other ladies that he did have probably weren't on camera when you were looking. And
that could be true, but this is another problem that I have with men.
Okay.
The problem that I have is you'll come to me with that. You want me to be your lady, you want me to be this, you want me to be that, but your actions is not leading with your words.
Well, wouldn't that be easy for you to kind of eliminate that person at that time?
Yeah. Oh, it's very much easy for me to eliminate it.
Is it has it become easier, or is that how you always navigated it?
I've always pretty much navigated like that.
Well, then that means that the only people that's left should be the people that's taking you serious.
Well, I mean, at this point in my life, I'm like focused, so I haven't really even stepped outside and tried to pursue any type of relationships or stuff like that.
Why not?
Just because of like right now where I'm at, I'm building me. I'm building me so that I can establish generational wealth for my child. I take care of my mother. I have a lot on my plate.
Yeah, you do got a lot on your plate.
Right now, I'm just, if a person's not coming into my life to be an addition, I don't have time for it.
I feel that. And you haven't ran into nothing like that recently where anybody has come in and said, look.
Well, I mean, I have guys try to talk to me all the time, but nobody's doing anything to stand out.
Nobody's applying no pressure.
Nobody ain't applying pressure.
Not one person. You know that nobody on these cameras is going to believe that when they see this Lola.
They can believe what they want to believe, but I'm telling you, nobody's applying pressure. I get the, oh, what's up? I think you cute. What you doing?
All day.
All day long. I could open my DMs, we could just go through it. But I'm just saying, like, that's why I say I have old school way of thinking, because like back in the days, men would be like, okay, hey, if you meet me on Monday, he's basically trying to take you out on a date, take you on dinner by at least Tuesday, Wednesday, latest Friday. He's planning something. He's not gonna text you to death, talk on the phone to death. He's trying to get in your presence and he's trying to fill out your vibe.
Okay.
And that's not what I've dealt with. It's always, what you doing? Let's go out. Let's go get drinks. That's the number one. Let's go get drinks.
Go get drinks.
Yeah.
Are you a drinker?
I'm a drinker, but when I meet a man, that shouldn't be my first thing. Like, let's go kick to get drinks. Because my mind is always going, you're trying to get me drunk so that you think I'm going to be on something else after I go out and have drinks with you.
Okay. Was that
Am I wrong?
I mean, I don't know. Remember I said...
You're a man, so I'm asking you.
I wouldn't know. The only drinks that I do is from my endorsements that I have.
Okay.
And the only time that I smoke is for my medicinal cannabis deals. So like, when it comes to doing that just to like be around women, I'm around them so much that I'd rather be secluded as much as I can. So I can get my work done. So that when I am around them, that can be my fun time.
Okay.
So yeah, I just live my life a little differently. I'm gonna try my best to answer the questions when you ask it to me, but I just live a totally different life.
Okay.
So I guess I'm disappointed, not in you, but in the men, because I really hoped that more men were living the way that I was living, because there's blatant examples out there of people that you can do, the people that you can follow to do that. That's the reason that I have Instagram, is so I can inspire, because I'm from Flint, and we all know about Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
And so I can inspire them and the rest of the world that you can become a superstar, you can become wealthy, you can drive what you want, live where you want, have the women, not like a bunch of women, but the woman that you want or the women that you want, depending on what lifestyle that you prefer.
Right.
So all of this is new to me. I didn't even know
welcome to Atlanta.
but I live in Atlanta too.
But you also said you stay in your bubble, so you're not really in Atlanta on a day-to-day basis.
I'm in a bubble that's in Atlanta.
Exactly.
Something like that. Okay. All right. So your ideal date. What is the proper way to apply pressure to Lola?
The proper way to apply pressure with me is, firstly, like, I'm gonna just say this is my fantasy. Like, this is how I would want it to happen.
You can go rate it.
I would want a guy. Let's just say he's pursuing me off of Instagram or whatever. He sees me on Instagram. You know, I have a business. Mm-hmm. Book an appointment at my business. Show up with flowers. That's automatically gonna draw my attention. I'm gonna be so focused. Like, you went all the way out your way just to get a conversation with me. That's gonna show me that, okay, you really trying to take me serious. Mm-hmm. Not, you ain't just trying to go out, have drinks, go to the club, smoke hookah. You really trying to pursue me. Okay. You show up with the flowers. You don't even leave me your number. Now you got me wondering, like, dang, like, he just came here, he did that. So now I'm trying to find you. Okay. 2-3 days go by. You probably send some edible arrangements to my house or something. Now you leave me your contact information. Now I'm trying to call you. Like, what's up? What's going on? Okay. We probably spend maybe a couple of days getting to know each other.
Doing what?
Just talking.
Like
getting to know me.
Phone, text, like.
Yeah, just
both.
Talking on the phone, FaceTime, whatever.
Okay.
Because I'm one of them people, like, I'm very protective of my energy, so I don't just automatically jump out there and be in people's other spaces immediately. So we're gonna talk, we're gonna get to know each other. Then after that, we're gonna set up a dinner date, and then we're gonna go forward from there.
We talking Roof Chris or we talking Applebee's? What we talking?
We could go Applebee's or Roof Chris. I like both.
Okay. You fan?
I can, but not on the first date.
Not on the first one?
Not on the first date. Because you pursued me, remember?
Is that what happened? That kind of felt like a give and take,
So that's what I'm saying. Are you asking me about a man pursuing me, or? I
guess in that example, because, he can't, so he bought something in your business.
Okay.
Okay, so would that be considered him pursuing you or him making a purchase?
I would feel like that would be him pursuing me because he initially made an appointment to get in my space. Mm-hmm.
So everybody that making an appointment is technically...
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not. No, hold on. Let me say that. Don't be just booking no appointments and thinking we gonna go on a date. No. But I'm saying like a man I will know his intentions, and I'll be able to decipher, like, okay, he's really trying to, make effort to get in my space, and he's also respecting my time and me being a business owner, because I don't have a lot of time. I don't got time to kick it for real. Not for nothing that's not, gonna be an addition to me moving forward in life. I don't have a lot of time.
So after he books the appointment, y'all go on the Roof Chris date that he paid for. What's the next step, fantasy-wise, for you?
Fantasy-wise, now we kicking it. Now we in the space where we probably like, you coming over my house. We probably chill a couple of hours out the day. You come to my house, I come to yours. Whatever. At this point, let's say we two weeks to a month in. Now we're really like still, we're deep in getting to know each other. We figure we like each other. Then, you know what I'm saying? The type of female I am, I might just fuck around and say, hey, book a trip. Let's go on a trip. I book a trip, something like that. And moving forward, we could just, keep seeing where we could go from there.
Why, after all of that time, do you finally figure out if you like that person?
I didn't say I finally figured out I liked them. I said at that point, we're getting to know each other more. I'm going to know if I like you by first conversation.
When he first booked that appointment.
I'm going to know right there. If I'm not interested, one thing about me, if I'm not interested, I'm not even going to waste your time.
Okay.
I'm not going to linger you on for weeks at a time and be like, oh, yeah, this and the third. I'm going to tell you right now, you know what? I'm sorry. I just, I don't see you in that space.
Pretty much friend zoning him?
I mean, if he wants to be a friend, but I'm going to tell you, like, I don't, see us going any further.
So just blatant rejection?
I mean, I don't know what other way.
I'm asking you. You're rejecting them at that point.
If that's what you want to call it, then I guess that's blatant rejection.
You are so subjective when it comes to that. You turning the man down. You are rejecting him.
Well, I'm rejecting him.
Okay, there you go. It's okay to say that.
Yeah.
All right, so So since we in the rejection space, what are the red flags for you that'll make you want to reject a guy, or has in the past?
Communication is number one.
Expound.
Communication. A man that does not know how to properly communicate with me, like basically like basic conversations, what you doing all day. And that was one with the guy that I was telling you about.
Okay.
He would what you doing, good morning me to death. You are a multimillionaire. That's the only conversation that you got all day is what you doing, good morning. You have nothing outside of that.
Do you want me to tell you? I mean, I know, I don't want to sound like I'm snitching on homie, but I kind of know what's going on.
What's going on?
I don't know. I don't want to break the real code. Go ahead, what you were saying. I might tell you off camera.
That's my biggest red flag, communication.
Communication?
And hitting agendas.
Expound.
Hitting agendas, basically like, you meeting me, you only want to have sex with me. You don't want to take me serious. You'll stick around and act like you like me and tell me all of these sweet nothings or whatever just to get your one goal accomplished. That's a hidden agenda.
Hidden agenda. Okay. You got a third one?
No. Those are like my two biggest red flags.
The biggest red flags.
Yeah.
So if a dude come around, he don't know how to dress, but you like him.
I'll tell him.
How you tell him?
What do you mean?
How you gonna say it?
I'll just basically be like, you know what? I really like you, but I feel like there are ways that you could, probably better your appearance.
That's it?
Yeah.
What are the ways? He can't dress at all, so you gotta walk him through it. What's the better ways he can address his appearance?
We gonna go to the store and I could just show you better than I could tell you.
You gonna buy clothes?
I'm gonna pick it out. I'll buy you something. You said clothes with an S.
Shopping spree.
No. Is this my man or this just a man?
Y'all in the process. Y'all past the Ruth Chris date part.
Yeah, I could buy him a few outfits.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go crazy like, here, take my car, run it up.
Okay, I understand that. Okay, I can feel where you're coming from.
But I am one of those people, like, if I complain about something, I'm gonna help you fix the problem.
Effort toward progressing it.
Exactly.
Okay, I can understand that. If it's not too personal, what do you think was the discrepancy between you and your baby father?
We didn't know each other for real. That was the discrepancy.
That was it?
We didn't know each other.
I mean, I want you to expound. I don't really know what that means. I don't have any children.
We didn't know each other. We basically, what you want me to give it to you in a rawest term? We basically, we knew of each other. We knew each other through a mutual friend. And we were, just talking, whatever. When it came down to us, being sexual, we didn't know each other. We had sex one night. I got pregnant.
What was that conversation like with when you had to tell your moms?
Who, my mom?
Yeah.
My mom was just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you want to go about it. This is your life. She wasn't against it. She kind of basically gave me pros and cons. Like, if you want to keep the baby, this is what's going to happen. If you want to get rid of the baby, I'm going to stand by you, whichever decision you choose to make.
Did that change your dating life?
What, me having a child?
Yeah.
No, not really.
It stayed the same?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, the only thing that changed my dating life is like I'm not able to just hop up and go when I want to, but not really, because I don't bring men around my child unless we're serious. So, men that I've talked to in the past haven't even met my son, so it really hasn't changed anything.
So, Mister, what you doing? He ain't met your kid.
No.
Not even close. Mm-mm. Have y'all made it to the Roof Chris stage?
Yes, actually, it's crazy because
story time number 2.
Actually, it's crazy because we dated when we were like 19. Mm-hmm. Like, it's crazy because it's just always been like an on and off thing. Like, we'll date for a long period of time, and then we'll just like somehow just like not be talking, and then he'll come back around, and then we'll not talk again. Yeah.
Y'all on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
You enjoyed this
a roller coaster that was never moving.
It's sitting still.
Yeah.
It's a sitting still roller
coaster. Like
coaster.
when you go to I don't know if you ever been to SipSwigg in Atlanta, but the Superman always gets stuck.
Yeah, that's the one right out
like as soon as you go, we just stuck like that.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
As soon as it's about. So you actually want to pursue a relationship with this. It sounds like you like him, but you frustrated that he's not furthering it.
Yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
So what do you like about him if he's not furthering it?
I like him because when we're around each other in the space that we're around each other in, we just like real goofy with each other. And of course, he's known me half of decade of my life. So he knows the real me outside of everything. So it's like, there's things that I like about him, but then there's things that like, I think what it is sometimes he look at me in a light as if I'm still the same 19-year-old girl that he met, and I'm 32 years old now. So, sometimes when you meet people, you get comfortable in the person that you met that you don't realize that they're a whole nother person now. You
do still look 19.
Well, thank you.
So I guess I can kind of see where he's coming from on that aspect. All right, so if he, what's the, because most women have like an imaginary time clock in their head. So for him to know out loud, how long since the clock is ran out for him?
It done already ran out.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't run out.
All right, so
I'm over it.
So now you just single out here.
Yeah, I'm single.
All right. So do you plan on changing your dating strategy, or are you waiting until somebody just comes and applies that pressure? Yeah,
you have to come apply pressure because I've made myself accessible enough for men to apply pressure. So at this point, you're going to have to just show me now because I've made myself available and accessible for men to like, hey, I'm out here. What's up?
Okay. I see what you're saying. All right. So since we're in Atlanta, I definitely got to ask this. Poly or no?
No.
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 Not at all?
Not at all. Not even the slightest. Don't even have a conversation with me.
Dang, it's not even up for discussion.
No. Unless it's somebody like Akon. I'm going to have my own house, my own business, my own everything. If it's something like that, then possibly, but that's a huge possibility.
So now I got to give the disclaimer. Okay, so for poly, what she just described, that's really the only way that poly works. There's a modern day way where guys are just trying to have as many women as they possibly can and have an excuse to cheat on those women. And then they have poly where there's actually a structure to where you are building generational wealth, where you are expanding on your properties, where there is actual marriage involved. So the poly that I'm always talking about for the audience is always the one that she just named. For those who know, I was in a poly relationship, and that's the type of poly that I had at first, was the one that she's talking about right now. So for future episodes, that's the type of poly I'm talking about, not like an orgy or like just having a bunch of women just running around with saying that they all date you at the same time. Not that kind of poly. So, all right, back to you. Okay, that's the type of poly I was talking about.
Okay.
So you'll be open to that kind of poly?
There's like I can't say that I will and I can't say that I won't. Like if I was to meet this person and fully understand it, because I'm the type of person, I don't ever say yes until I fully understand something.
Okay.
So, but as of me knowing me, no.
You don't think you would be okay with it?
No.
What if it was Akon himself?
If it was Akon, then we might got something to talk about.
Okay,
but
that switched so fast. I know y'all just saw that.
But I said that from the beginning.
Well,
I'm not saying if it has to be Akon, but I'm saying it would have to be a circumstance like that.
Something
like I'm not finna be living in a 3-bedroom house with 4 other women.
Yeah.
No.
I see what you're saying.
No, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's terrible that people have abused what poly was meant to be and has modernized it to something that's so terrible.
Right.
And now I have to undo what
Yeah.
everybody else did before. Okay. All right. So do you plan on having more children?
I want one more.
You want one more? And are you looking for a girl this time?
Yes, I want a girl.
And I already know you got the name. I know you
How
got
you
it.
know?
I got 5 sisters. I know women. I speak women very well.
We be having our names picked out at 16.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, what have a baby? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. You want to share it?
No, because then somebody else
gonna
gonna
steal it?
Yeah, somebody gonna steal it.
How do I know all of this, people? I just do. I just know it.
I mean, you talk to enough women to know.
I talk to a lot of them. So you plan on having a traditional marriage like on paper?
It don't have to be on paper. It don't have to be on paper. Like I'm one of those people. I honestly believe if you date somebody past 10 years, y'all pretty much married
Y'all
at
married.
this point. Like, especially if y'all done did the whole living together thing, y'all are married. It just ain't on paper.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're definitely right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
When you have formed that type of bond. But it can't be an on and off. It got to be like
straight
a
through.
actual relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it can't be a trauma bond. That.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that y'all are enjoying this episode. We have learned so much about Lola. I am still in shock about her dating experience here in Atlanta. I am so in shock. We'll be right back after this commercial break right here. All right, welcome back for part 2 of my conversation with Miss Lola Kash. For those who are surprised about the first half, wait until you hear this second half. All right, so my first question is, what are the first things that you notice about a man when he first presents himself to you?
His teeth. I'm all in your mouth. Like, that's the first thing I go to.
That's the first time I ever heard somebody say it like that.
Yeah, because it tells me a lot about you.
Okay, so hygiene is very important.
Hygiene is 100% important to me.
So you go into the skin next. You're going to start at the mouth, and then you go into the face?
The mouth, the face. I'm paying attention if you got on cologne, like is your clothes wrinkled. Like, I pay attention to a lot of that stuff. Like,
to all of that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the way that he carries, like the aesthetics of how he carries himself on the outer layer first.
Most definitely.
Okay, all right, so you go into the teeth, then we go into the skin, then what's next?
I'm going to pay attention to, how he dressed, probably how he keep his hair. Like, if he got dreads, is his dreads intact? Do they look nappy? Do they look like they ain't been washed in a while? Like, things of that nature.
So do you feel like that guys that know that they don't qualify to talk to you at all still try to approach you and talk to you?
Yeah, I mean, men gonna try it. Cause I mean, I don't be mad either, because if you don't try, you don't know.
Okay, I can feel that. I think that's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
That's a good way of looking at it. All right, so after the skin, after the teeth, after the way he dressed, then what? What do you notice after that?
How he talks and how he articulates when he's talking. Does he know how to understand, comprehend correctly, things of that nature? After how he talk, where his mind at? Of course, that's like one of my biggest. I'm a Libra, by the way, so we deep thinkers.
Overthinkers?
Over and deep.
So both?
Both.
So that's going to be a lot for him to deal with.
Well, I mean, you got to know what you're signing up for when you try to sign up.
Okay, I can feel that. That's fair. You said it on camera, so he can't say he ain't hear it.
Yeah. And I'm a very open person. Like, when I meet people, I tell you exactly what you're going to be dealing with. You're not going to be one of them people that get surprised. It's like, oh, yeah, I was dating her for 6 months, and then she just became this whole other person. I'm going to let you know from the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? From sitting down and talking to you and watching you on social media, I can say that that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
From what I can say. Besides you being 32 and looking 19, that's like the only thing that I can say.
Yeah.
All right. So do you have an income requirement?
I don't have an income requirement, but you got to meet me where I'm at. I'm not dating you if you have less than me. You got to meet me where I'm at. I'm not saying you got to be like, oh, 6 figures, a millionaire, da, da, da. But as long as you can meet me where I am.
So we're talking about own crib, own car, stuff like that?
Yeah.
And a business, or can he work a 9 to 5?
He could work a 9 to 5 and a business. Most of my relationships have been with 9 to 5 men.
Oh, okay. So do you prefer that?
I'm not gonna sit here and say what I prefer. As long as you have business and you're goal driven, because you could be a 9-to-5 man working 9 to 5 to work that job to create a business. So I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, he gotta have a business and this, that, and third.
Okay, so that's not a deal breaker.
That's not a deal breaker for me.
Okay.
Because I mean, I've dated a guy that worked 9 to 5. He was an air traffic patrol, so and he made over 6 figures a year. So I'm gonna not look at him because he got a job and da, da, da.
I see. Okay, so what do you feel like that you're needing in a man that you're not seeing in these other men?
A leader.
Okay, please expound.
A leader. Basically like a man that knows his purpose in life. A lot of these men don't know their purpose. They just wake up and they just floating around in the world, drinking, smoking, going to the club every day, talking to this girl, talking to that girl, don't know why he talked to her, don't know why he talked to her. So that's like my biggest strong point is that I need somebody that can lead me. I need somebody that can tell me like when, you know what, you need to tighten up on that. Or you need to, you know what I'm saying, you could do this better. Or, you know what I'm saying, them screws a little loose in this area. Like I need a leader and I need like a man that's God-fearing. So yeah, that's like my biggest.
You know what, I can't even be mad at you for that. A few years ago, my sister got into real estate and she sent me a thing that said that you only have to work your job for 2 years and then you are eligible for you to buy a home. So most people that work 9 to 5, they usually have job security to where they can move up. So they make enough money for them to be able to purchase a home. When you purchase that home, after about a year or 2 years, you can open something called a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. You can take that HELOC and then you can purchase another home. You can refinance the first house for half the price because your credit is better because you made all on-time payments. You can put tenants in here and then they can pay for both of the homes and you can start your first business doing that. That's the most simplest business that you can start. It only takes 2 to 3 years for you to start it. So there's really no excuse for there to be an average man anymore. At this point, like 2023, if you're an average man, I don't even know what to say to you anymore.
Yeah, you're just not trying. You're not applying yourself.
You're just not applying yourself at all. So I can't even be mad at you for saying that. So, okay, so you said God-fearing. Does it matter their religion?
What do you mean, like their religion?
Like Catholic, Christian, Muslim, does it matter?
I can't say that it's not gonna be a deal breaker, but if you're gonna have your religion trying to tell me my religion or the way I think or it's wrong, then yeah, that matters. But if you can respect what I believe in and you know what I'm saying, you still coexist on what you believe in, then that's cool.
And what do you believe in?
I'm non-biased. I'm just spiritual. Like I don't believe in. I mean, I grew up Christian, of course, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. It's some things that I don't agree with Christians. So I just believe in a higher power. I know there's a God. I can't say he's black, he's white, he's Asian, he's Buddha. I don't know. I just know there's a God. I know when I get on my knees and pray that there's somebody that talks to me, and there's somebody making something happen in my life.
Okay, understood. I can't even be mad at that.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that all in all, you're just looking for somebody that is going to be consistent in his actions.
Yes.
Going to be a leader and come in as a leader, you know, and remain in that role at all times.
Yes.
And somebody that's going to be spiritual enough to pray with you, pray for you, and believe in a higher power so it keeps him grounded as well.
Yeah, and let God lead you. Like I don't want to be in a space where you making all these decisions on your own, because anything that I do in my life, I pray about it. And I let God talk to me like, am I supposed to move forward? I'm supposed to stop? Do you not want me to walk through this door? Do you want me to close this door? So yeah.
This might be one of the few episodes where I can say that everything that she's asking for is extremely fair. I can't even be mad at that. Okay, so with that being said, we're about to go to another commercial break. We'll be right back. This
Bless you.
This is gonna be kind of difficult to get to get open, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay, so this might be one of the first times. Has anybody ever put you on the spot to do one in person?
No.
Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be the first time that this has ever happened, guys. So
Y'all about to board out.
yes. I don't know if you guys have ever seen any of her videos on Instagram, but if you haven't, definitely go check them out. Shout your Instagram out for them one time.
My Instagram is #1 Lola Kash with a K, and you can follow me on TikTok, Lola.Kash with a K.
Okay, so Lola.Kash with a K. Make sure y'all follow her there, and y'all will see all of her viral board moments. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get some help from Yana so I can open this thing right here so we can do this live on air for y'all.
Ooh,
this is an exclusive.
They love the board.
Yes, this is the first time that this has ever happened, guys. So this is a true exclusive. Brand new too. This is so much love right here.
I normally keep a board in my car, but I was moving.
Oh yeah, everybody that you want to shout out.
I'm gonna shout out God because He the one who makes stuff happen. I'm gonna shout out my son because he molded me into this woman that y'all are seeing today.
Shout out to the king.
Shout out to my mother. She is a very big role player in my life. Shout out my business. If y'all ever in Atlanta, y'all need teeth whitening, I do teeth whitening, routine cleanings, tooth gems. I'm located in Fayetteville. You can follow my business page at #1 Exclusive Smiles. And yeah, that's my shout outs.
Okay, that's beautiful right there. Shout out to everybody that she just gave a shout out to. Shout out to the What You Doing dude that's been knowing her since she was 19. Shout out to him.
No.
Well, I can't give him no shout out.
No. What he need a shout out for?
I'm giving him a shout out. It's not for you, it's for me.
I ain't shouting him out.
That's why you didn't shout him out. I shouted him out.
But what you give him a shout out for?
Why not?
If you gonna shout him out, tell him to do better.
Shout out
Even
to
if it
you.
ain't for me, for whoever else, do better.
And do better for her because she still want to spin the block.
No, I don't.
Yeah, she definitely
I
do.
moved. I'm at a whole new address now.
It's right down the street from the old one.
It's not. I'm in a whole nother state.
So shout out to you, Mr. What You Doing. All right, so I'm about to give you a header. Okay, and then I'm gonna give you got to excuse his handwriting. I've been passing notes to women all my life and never picked up y'all handwriting.
Most men don't know how to write. That's crazy.
But you are an expert. Okay, so we're gonna make this topic.
I don't even think they can see that.
Oh, okay, got you. We gonna make
Maybe
this
need to use
topic-
black.
Yeah, we're gonna use black. We're gonna make this topic. Okay, I just said it right here. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna outline it with that right there. This is an exclusive, people. This has never ever happened to Lola before. This is a first. Here, matter of fact, I'm gonna erase it and I'm gonna let you do it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is the topic is gonna be wifeable at the top.
Okay.
Yeah, the topic is gonna be wifeable. And then we're gonna go over the top 5 things that you are looking for.
That I'm looking for?
That you are looking for. Yes. Thank everybody again for joining us. Thank you. I have one more guest after this. And this is going to be, that's also going to be another dope episode. Everybody follow me at Vigilante LOM. Follow the Wifeable Podcast at Wifeable Podcast. Follow Miss Lola Kash. Follow Miss Yana Lou. Follow APAP Media. Definitely make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel below.
Oh, I done got stuck. What's the things you asked me? Help me out.
Oh, okay. So you said leader. You said communicator. You said God-fearing. You said
Put me on the spot. My memory just deleted.
I want to say just somebody. You said somebody progressive, as in they're always furthering what they're talking about. And then what was the 5th one? Consistent. There we go. So this is Miss Lola Kash's top 5 things that she is There we go. There it is.
I don't know what's up with y'all and the nails hitting the board, but everybody loves that.
Yeah. I think that's dope. It's patent. It's yours. It's your thing. So I want to thank Miss Lola Kash for joining me today. This was a dope episode. I'm gonna be honest.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I did not expect for you to be this traditional.
I am. See, a lot of people get my online persona mixed up with my real life.
I see.
Yeah.
100%. And I can see why. You still look 19. All right, so I want to thank everybody for joining us on this episode of Wifeable Podcast. We are definitely going to do a part 2 with Miss Lola Kash, so definitely make sure y'all tune in for that. And y'all stay tuned in for my next guest. I appreciate y'all. See you next time.